Welcome, Devils. This time around is Manchester United versus Newcastle United, match day 19 from Old Trafford. Last result we got was a very disappointing loss against bottom of the table Watford. It ended up being 2-0. On the first half was plagued by crappy passes and imprecisions. On the second half, Dave makes a giant mistake. It's one of the worst mistakes I've seen him do in a while. Freaking a ball that's hit on the floor gets really passes both his hands for no reason. Afterwards, our defender Wan-Bissaka, who's been amazing all this season, gives away a silly penalty. It puts the nail in the coffin 2-0. We are currently on 8th place. Newcastle is on 9th. As soon as we get a couple of bad results, one against Everton, the other one against Watford, freaking what's the name? Chelsea win against Tottenham and widen our margin to get to fourth spot. The loss against Watford was really disappointing. It has a potential of being season defining, sadly. Okay, we come out with Dave at the back, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Luke Shaw, McTominay, Fred, James, Lingard, and Rashford in the midfield, attacking with Martial. I don't think Pogba is fit enough just yet for 45 minutes, so we have him on the bench. Last time Newcastle United played, they won against Palace 1-0. Last time we played, I think their stadium is St. James's Park, if I'm not mistaken. They actually won against us 1-0 2 months ago. So time to get some revenge in, huh? Come on, United, let's get it done. Come on. Yeah, that first half against Watford, it just plagued with disappointing mistakes. Just passes going astray, runs not being made, passes maybe, being played too hard or too soft. Not to say it was all bad either. We had a couple of really good opportunities. Lingard had a one-on-one with the keeper. Martial had another pretty good friggin' opportunity. Rashford had a couple. Maguire had a header that I don't know how the hell it didn't go in. I thought for sure he had opened his score sheet with United, but didn't. I think that game was one of those days at the office where nothing was coming out. We often say that the football gods are petty, and sometimes they make us suffer a little bit. Oh, by the way, we're recording on December the 24th, so we got a hat on, try to be festive here a little bit, guys. Oh, speaking of festive, I remember how I mentioned like 3 times already that I ended up going to a fan fest that NBC Sports put on. Well, I was watching Goal Zone or something like that, and I came across a little interesting clip. I'll try to put it in here so you guys can see it. Get in there. Yeah! Hell yeah. Who was that, Lingard? No, Fred. Alright, Fred. His position may be at risk a little bit, especially with Pogba coming back now. Like we said, I don't think Pogba is fit for 45 minutes, so Fred has to make the most of his possession right now. But yeah, during that fan fest clip, I got elbowed in the face. I'm pretty sure it was by mistake. We all just got excited when friggin' Greenwood scored. I'm still not used to the glasses. I had to immediately take them off. We got rushed because the supporters just started moving forward on the stage. It was all fun, man. As far as our defense during that Watford game, it was just completely shambolic. Watford looked like they might be closer to scoring a third than us scoring a first. Whenever we happened to lose the ball in midfield, it was just catastrophic. You could feel the danger coming from Watford. The worst thing is that apparently they hadn't led on a single home game all season, and they end up getting 2 goals against us. That's just upsetting. Alright. Get in there too. Alright. The back and forth with freaking Martial. Was that Lingard? Sees the pass, and Martial immediately recognizes the opportunity. Get in there. I honestly don't know what was going on with the midfield specifically in that game against Watford. I don't know if it's a side effect of playing so many games in December, but man, they looked sluggish. Like we mentioned before, our passes were not precise. It's just really upsetting to see that, and like we mentioned before, the defense. Maybe it is because they were tired, maybe not just physically but mentally. But in order to get to Champions League, man, we gotta keep both physically and mentally strong. What else was going on around the league? That red card from Son, man. What a silly little mistake by an otherwise really good player. Like I appreciate what's his name, Son from Tottenham, but that's the second time this season that I see him have a lapse of judgment that's so clear. Such a stupid mistake to get red carded, to make Mourinho think of you as a stupid player now with attitude problems. He's gonna catch hell for that. Get in there. Oof. That, and apparently in that same game there was more reports of racist chants. That's the second time in what, a month? That's disgusting, dude. I know that there's this weird wave of, not to get too political here, but I know this is a weird wave of conservatism going on, but like it's something that needs to be eradicated from the game, and I don't want to see it on my TV, man. That's so stupid. The worst things, like I heard another commenter online saying this supporters or whatever, this fucking people, if you can call them that, having those racist chants, are chanting against a player of color on the opposite team. But don't they realize they have players, black players on their team as well? Like, what the hell, man? Just stupid. I guess we gotta talk about Paul's return as well. It was kind of weird to put him on that game specifically, because no matter what, there's gonna be a couple of stupid comments that said, well, if he's so good, why didn't he win the game? Well, it's kind of hard to ask him to win the game when our defense are playing so shit, our passes are so imprecise, and he's coming back from an injury. It's a big ass, man. I don't blame the kid at all. He put a couple of pretty good passes, especially that one to Martial. It was really precise, man. I don't know if he's gonna get transferred during the January transfer window or not. But if he stays and he, this whole attitude problem, if he feels like playing, he could be the radical that we need to finish our season strong. If he doesn't want to play, he might as well go, man. I don't want players that don't want to play for the badge here. Said that before, and I stand by that. Take it? Yeah! All he needed was a little bit of space, man. That's all he needed. I'll go get some love, Martial. Tony! Go back and forth. Pogba to the middle. It's just a little bit of space. Okay, Paulie. Oh, too much to do there, man. He complicated something that could have been a lot easier. Just shoot, man. Sometimes you just gotta put your laces through it, right? Well, the game is about to end here, and that's all she wrote. 3-0 victory of Manchester United against Newcastle. Clean sheet. I think this is a little bit of an optimistic result. I do expect to win this game by multiple goals, but maybe not 3. I think the boys are going to play with a little bit of chip on their shoulders, seeing how that loss against Watford sucks. It sucks bad, and it deflates the nice run that we were having after beating Tottenham and City respectively. It totally took the wind of our sails, and I think they owe it to Ole to come back to Old Trafford and have an amazing freaking performance. Hopefully they do. They play on Thursday. As always, glory, Man United. I'll see you Reds next time.